So hi everyone, Father Billy here again, recording these words on the feast day of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And even though these words are recorded today on the feast day, the spirituality of the Sacred Heart and the devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus that is practiced and loved by so many people is relevant for us all of the year round. Why is the Feast of the Sacred Heart so popular? Why is that devotion so widespread among the faithful? Well, I believe this to be true because it speaks to us about a God who comes to meet us with tenderness and with mercy. It speaks to us about the God that we believe in, who is human, who knows our humanity from the inside out, who lived, who cried, who laughed, and who experienced every kind of emotion and human experience in between. God knows us through Jesus, his Son, who became human so that we might become divine. And this beautiful feast day of tenderness and love inflames that same sentiments of affection and love and mission towards us and impels us to go out beyond ourselves in love and in tenderness to those that the Lord sends us to. This spirit, the nature of this tender love of God was very much written about and spoken about by Saint Teresa of Lisieux in her writings from her autobiography, The Story of the Soul. She speaks about the tender mercy of Jesus as her friend and as his love warmed her heart. Another element or aspect to the Feast Day of the Sacred Heart and the spirituality of the Sacred Heart is that the graces and blessings that flowed from the heart of Jesus exited through the wound in his heart. His Sacred Heart was wounded. In the Gospel of John, we're told that Jesus' heart was wounded by the spear of the soldier, and immediately there flowed out blood and water, which of course is symbolic of the sacramental life of Eucharist and baptism of the Church, and all of the graces and blessings that God wanted to give us through him in every age and time. I found it striking that for ourselves, we too are wounded. It doesn't matter when or how, each of us have that in common, whether it's a disappointment, a rejection, a broken relationship, some ways in which we are wounded. And these wounds can often be open doors through which God can enter into our lives in a way that maybe he wasn't before. So it's, I think, a beautiful match between the love of the Sacred Heart of Jesus that comes to us, if you like, through his wound and enters in our lives through our wounds as well, so that we can receive that healing, that unity of love that Jesus wishes to have, that is evident in the symbol of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. So on this beautiful feast day, my friends, as we contemplate the beautiful gift of God's love that comes through his Sacred Heart, that is wounded by love for us and for the world, we make our own that beautiful prayer that is known by so many. Sacred Heart of Jesus, we place all our trust in thee.